Want to check out some of the financial news, and you mentioned a story about Charles Schwab and TD Ameritrade to me.
Yeah, Schwab is buying TD Ameritrade. So, I mean, they're going to talk about all the positives for their clients, obviously, hopefully reducing fees and things of that nature. But there could be another side, which is I wonder how much synergy there's going to create out of consolidating brokerage houses, and are they going to force you onto the Schwab platform from where you are? So TD Ameritrade clients out there, might be a good time to take a look at your options as far as other advisory teams. I have a Schwab account and I have a TD Ameritrade account that I manage myself. So I'm wondering, do I switch proactively to Schwab, or do I move it to my Fidelity platform where I manage money? Who knows? Yeah,
it's sometimes when companies come together, it's like you've got the Gap and you've got American Eagle, and they keep their identity. Other times it becomes one big company and they all squish them together.
Yeah, I think in this industry, with what's going on with Wall Street and the consolidation and lowering of fees, which is great.
Right.
I mean, and Schwab's a pioneer. They canceled or waived brokerage fees per trade. That triggered it across the industry. Hopefully they're going to continue to drive costs down, which I think is important, and drive fees down for clients. But I find it hard to believe that they're going to keep two platforms of money out there. They'll consolidate it into Schwab. But look, I don't know. I haven't read that much about it. So just announced this week.
Good time to at least explore some of your other options out there. Give Chris a call. It's 404-341-6767. Okay, so we talk about retirement, and people are going to be in retirement many times. It'll be 15, 20, and now we're talking about 25, 30-year retirements, or maybe even more. We hear about people who are living to 100, and maybe they've been retired since they've been 65. So, I mean, this is a long time to make your money last. During that period of time, it is very possible that you're going to go through a number of market declines. Think about the person who retired in 2000. They've gone through a couple of pretty nasty ones, haven't they?
Yep.
So you've got to protect your money against that, or you have to have income that is not dependent on the market. This is Jana Greer from AIG.
It's important that you have other sources of protected lifetime income, things that you can rely on that are stable, that are going to give you a monthly check for life. Otherwise, you're going to have to withdraw right at the wrong time.
So she did everything but say you need to be an income wizard. So, I mean, we pound this all the time, and people think, okay, I got my Social Security, that's one. If you got a pension, congratulations, that's two. I've saved, that's three. Now what?
Yeah, well, she's talking specifically about an annuity, and I don't know what type of annuity, but it's an annuity with an income rider for sure, and AIG's got several types of it. But did you know that variable annuities have reached a 3-year high in sales?
You see, now everything I know about variable annuities
is
really, stay away, high fees, all that kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of they want the guaranteed income, and I'm talking about retirees who wouldn't want a guaranteed income stream like Social Security or a pension. So they want a guaranteed income stream, and they are they feel like they're missing out on market growth.
Okay.
So you can grow your money in a variable annuity. You can also lose your money in a variable annuity. Right. I'm not a big proponent of them because of the fee structure. You know, you're talking 2.5%, 3.5% fees.
You got to make that before you make anything.
Yeah, so I think that's a dangerous. There are other alternatives that I prefer over it, but she's specifically talking about a guaranteed income stream, and that points to an income annuity.
Right.
So, but you got to look at more than just that. Nobody would put all of their funds in one product. But yeah, Social Security, that's a guaranteed income stream. Pensions, that should be a guaranteed income stream for the company or the organization that you work for. Income annuities, another guaranteed income stream. Outside of that, there's not a lot of guaranteed lifetime income streams, but you can find some that have high probabilities, like dividend stocks.
Right.
I mean, if you go to the Aristocrat dividend, if you Google it, dividend aristocrats, you're going to get companies that have raised their dividend for the past 25 years. That's pretty consistent. Now, you go through a banking crisis, the banks, boom, they drop their...
Pull that back.
Yeah, they drop their dividends to zero. Sears, JCPenney, GE, there are some...
examples.
Yeah. So you want to build a diversified dividend portfolio in case one of them or a sector of that starts to kind of wobble. But dividend stocks are a great way to generate income although it's not contractually guaranteed, if you buy ones that have a history of paying and raising their dividend, they also, if they raise dividends over time, that'll offset inflation and cost of living. So, and you can get income annuities with lifetime income streams that actually have increasing income options to them. So that's a big advantage over pensions. Pensions are flat. You get a number, that's it for the rest of your life. Well, that purchasing power of that amount goes down year over year over year. So maybe look at taking your lump sum pension and rolling that into an increasing income annuity to have inflation protection and cost of living adjustments included in your plan. So, but you got to build multiple sources of income, very diversified income schedules. And I haven't talked about fixed income because I'm not a big fan of CDs or money market or even bonds at this point, but eventually that'll come back in favor too. So we got to keep our eyeballs out for those offers. We were flirting with 3% on CDs, and then the Fed came in and said we're going to lower interest rates, and that was game over on that.
But also rental income, part-time work, people do those things as well in their retirement years, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think that's going to be more the norm, because I think that the generation that's coming up is very used to the gig economy. Yep. They've found ways to make money in the things that they love to do along with their full-time job. So I think that's that mindset of getting a paycheck from a whole bunch of different places, I think is going to be more and more common.
Yeah, I've got a client that retired a year ago or maybe 2 years ago. And he went to work for H&R Block, and he does taxes, and he does it on his own schedule, and it's mad money for him. And he said, I not only make money doing it, I learned how to manage my own taxes.
There you go.
And all the ins and the outs. So, find something that you're good at, you enjoy. And yeah, it's a gig economy. So everybody's got their gig out there.
So the whole idea, income is the gold standard in retirement. And if you're sitting on that 401k right now and you're saying, man, it's up there, I'm feeling good about retirement. Well, it can go the other direction as well. We saw that last year at this very time. And I'm not a doomsday guy. The market may continue to go up for the next 3 years. Dow 30,000 and away we go. Yep. But it can go the other way too. That's what this market does. And we don't want you to lose all that you have worked your entire life for, or see it pull back by 20, 30%. Who wants that? So why don't you engage an advisor, build that financial house? Let's talk about protecting what you have now. And then the next step is that income step. And that's just what we went through right now. How do we build not one, not two, not three, not four, maybe make you an income wizard? You have 5 sources of income in retirement. That's the idea of the financial house, and not giving up growth.
And keeping your taxes down.
There you go.
Your distribution plan has to account for taxes. And a lot of you are walking around with pre-tax dollars, and it's a heavily weighted part of your portfolio. How are we going to take those distributions? Do we take them before age 70 and a half or 72 if the Secure Act gets passed, and balance it out over time? I'd like to pay little bites of tax along the way versus facing a wave or a tsunami of taxes when you turn on your required minimum distributions. So we've got to look at your taxable accounts, your non-qualified accounts. Do you have a Roth IRA? And your pre-tax, we've got to learn we have to design where we're going to take the distributions to pay you your paycheck in retirement and keep your taxes as low as possible.